Celtic have had a bid accepted of 125k for young St Mirren and Scotland talent Dylan Reid, and he could be the next player to be wearing a green and white Hoops jersey. Now you might be asking yourself, who the fuck is Dylan Reid? Well, Dylan Reid could be the next wonder talent coming out of Scotland. He's only turned 17 years of age, but already he's looking like a bright prospect for the future. He made his debut in the Scottish Premiership last season, the Cinch Premiership, as he came on in a 0-0 draw against Celtic. He came on as a substitute and then went on to start the next game for St Mirren against Dundee United. He is the youngest ever player to play competitively for St Mirren in the club's history, and he has also attracted interest from German powerhouses Bayern Munich. So if Bayern Munich want you, then you must be a good player. I mean, Bayern Munich have got a history of looking for good Scottish young players. I mean, remember Aaron Hickey was also a target of Bayern Munich. So I'm not saying Dylan Reid's going to be the next Aaron Hickey, but the midfielder looks like he could be a good player in the future. So he is valued at around 225k. Celtic have had a bid of 125k accepted by St Mirren, which seems like a good deal. If you ask me, they're getting him for less than what he is valued at. But they're not the only team apparently interested in signing Dylan Reid. Rangers are also wanting him, but Rangers have no money. But could they afford 125k? Probably could. But yeah, Dylan Reid, I mean, is he going to end up at Celtic? Is he going to end up at Rangers? I think he's going to end up somewhere, though. He's already got 8 appearances for Scotland, 4 appearances for the under-16 side, and 4 appearances for the under-17 side. So already, he is making an impact at a national level. Albeit, yes, it's levels below at the moment, but still, it's not easy to get capped for the Scotland 16s, the Scotland 17s. So he does look a good player. And I think it's worth a gamble. What have Celtic got to lose? 125k. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But if it does work out, then who knows? Maybe in a few years, he will be breaking through into the Celtic team. So, I mean, I could see this as the sort of investment. And I think Celtic are worth taking the chance. Because, I mean, worst case scenario, you're 125k down the drain. More than likely, you'll be able to cash out on the guy and get your money back. But there's also a good chance that he could turn into a really good player who becomes an important player for Celtic, or maybe even a player that Celtic can sell on down the line and make profit for. So, yeah, there you go. Celtic have accepted a bid, or have had a bid accepted for Dylan Reid by St Mirren, and we'll just wait and see then if the deal gets made. Also, regarding Celtic, Soro has joined FC Arouca on loan. Celtics didn't really work out for Soro, did it? His career hasn't really taken off, and he's been loaned out. I just don't see this really going anywhere. I think it will be made permanent, or he'll come back to the club, he'll be loaned out again, or he'll just be at the club really until his contract expires and he leaves on a free. I don't think Soro is ever going to be good enough to be Celtic, quality. Anytime I've seen him play for Celtic, he's not looked that good for me anyway. So yeah, I don't think Soro has got a future playing for Celtic. Maybe he'll remain in the squad for a few more years, but I don't think he's got a future, starting or being a squad player for Celtic. And lastly, regarding the Celtic news, Moussa Dembele could be on the move. He could be going to the Premier League, which would result in Celtic getting money for him due to the sell-on fee. So, I mean, we'd have to wait and see. I don't know what it's at. I believe it's about 10%. I think it's 10 to 15%. So, I mean, based on what Dembele goes for, he could be bringing in Celtic a further maybe 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. Depends what clubs are willing to pay for Dembele, but it seems like Lyon want to sell him before they lose him on a free, as he only has 1 year left on his contract. So Dembele could be on the move, and that could get Celtic a wee bit extra cash. But anyway, guys, that is it for the news. Quiet news day, man, in terms of transfers. Not a lot happening. Like I says, Dylan Reid, Celtic have had a bid accepted for him. Rangers also appear to be interested, but I mean, other than that, not a lot happening today. Josh Doidge could be on the verge of moving. Lewis Ferguson could be on the verge of moving, but nothing's been completed as of yet. So it's a waiting game, really. Just have to wait. And it's not been the greatest window. I mean, come on, the season's about to start. Remember, the season starts a lot earlier this season due to the Winter World Cup. So Teams need to get these deals in. They need to get them in now. I mean, the competitive cup games have already started. The Premier Sports Cup got underway this weekend, so yeah, come on guys, it's time that you got these deals done and dusted. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.